So Seth Rollins is apparently supposed to be on WWE Backstage this coming Friday, I believe. And I think I had the same reaction everybody else had. It's like, who gives a fuck? Seth went straight to Twitter like he always does and tweets, gloves are off. Whatever the hell that means. Then WWE puts out another tweet that says, after a rough 2 weeks, Monday Night Raw, WWE Rollins is offering to explain himself on neutral ground tonight on WWE Backstage. So it is airing tonight. Like I said, who gives a fuck? But Seth replied to that tweet and saying, not exactly sure what I have to explain, but I'll be on the show to talk wrestling here in a few hours. Then WWE on Fox tweeted out, I'm going to put all these tweets on the screen probably. Tonight on WWE Backstage, Seth Rollins wants to explain himself to Renee Young, Booker T, and the WWE Universe. Watch The Beast Slayer at 11 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Seth Rollins replies and says, if you idiots keep saying I want to explain myself, then you're going to have to find another guest to pop your ratings. As if they get ratings, period. If anything, the panel has some explaining to do to me. Now, I could go on and on and on about how Seth Rollins needs to shut his mouth. I've been saying that for years. How I wouldn't say since he's been with Becky, I think like a full year now, that, he's finally grew a pair and he just feels so bold because, the man does that. She doesn't do it as often anymore, but the man, Becky Lynch, used to pop off on Twitter. Now it's like, oh, that's a cool thing to do. You want to call me I'm not cool? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he grew a pair. Now he's just really atrocious on Twitter. One of the reasons why his character has been just trash. The things on Twitter, how he was booked, it all fell into just full circle until the fall of Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, the golden boy, the golden knight, the babyface, the beast slayer. He's still perceived up until a couple weeks ago as that guy, but he just completely gets shitted on everywhere he goes. And to be honest, it's his own fault. Seth has always been an asshole on Twitter as well. But it's gotten out of hand, per se. To the point where it's like, it's funny, one of the replies on one of the tweets is like, with a CM Punk gif, it's like, what do they need to explain to you? CM Punk, when he was on the show, he buried Seth Rollins and was like, he flat out told him, shut your mouth, keep your ass off Twitter, and things will get better for you. You dug yourself so deep into the ground, you dug yourself a giant hole that you gotta climb yourself out of. Just shut your mouth. And immediately, 5 minutes after he said that, Seth Rollins ran to Twitter. It's like, fam. Now, I do give them credit for what they're doing with the storyline with AOP and Seth Rollins. It's obvious that that's going to be a faction. It's obvious that Seth Rollins turned heel. It's up to WWE to not ruin it. It's up to WWE to not ruin AOP, Seth Rollins, and it's up to Seth Rollins to not ruin himself. Now, as far as WWE Backstage go, tonight at 11 o'clock Eastern, I'm not watching that.